Hey you! Welcome back to Uncaged Chaos, the space where we untangle the stories that hold us back and reclaim the ones that finally set us free. If you've ever felt stuck, misunderstood, or like life keeps happening to you instead of for you, today's episode is going to land hard, but in the best possible way. Because we're talking about something nearly everyone falls into without even realizing it: the victim trap. Before we go anywhere deep, I want to start with a story. We all know someone like this, and maybe we are them at some times. I had a friend who lived in a constant hurricane of chaos and crisis. Every time we talked, something catastrophic was happening. Their boss was out to get them. Their partner wasn't supportive enough. Their family was too demanding. And the script always was the same. Nothing else works out for me. The universe is out to get me. It's just my luck. They weren't trapped by their circumstances. They were trapped by their interpretation of them. And the longer they stayed in that, the more it became their identity. And that's why the victim trap feels so safe. Here's the part that most people don't want to admit. The victim trap works. Not because we want to be powerless, but because that mindset once kept us alive. Victimhood gives us something familiar, predictable, comfortable. It cushions us from the responsibility of feeling like we have to try again and the possibility of failing again. It gives emotional payoffs, certainty, a predictable story, identity, a role you know how to play, validation, sympathy that can feel like connection, and protection from shame, avoiding the pain of self-honesty, and protection from disappointment, a built-in excuse for safety. The illusion of control. If nothing is your responsibility, nothing is expected of you. Victimhood isn't about weakness, it's armor. It's a trauma response dressed up as helplessness. But armor gets heavy, and eventually, the strategy that once kept you alive becomes the story that keeps you stuck. So here's the truth that feels like a slap if you're not ready for it. Blame and victimhood is the ego's job. Responsibility is the soul's work. Blame is the voice of the ego, the part of you that protects your identity, your pride, your sense of being right. Ego hates being wrong. It hates discomfort. It hates uncertainty. And so it builds a shield of blame to keep you from having to look inward. Blame says, if I admit I had any part in this, I'm weak and I'm a failure. If I acknowledge that my choices matter, I lose control. If I let go of this anger, I'll get hurt again. Blame is self-protection disguised as righteousness. It's loud, it's reactive, it's dramatic, and it keeps you locked in a story where everyone else has the power and you have none. Because if someone else is the villain, your ego gets to remain the wounded hero, tragic, blameless, and stuck. Responsibility, it isn't the ego speaking, it's your power returning. Responsibility is the moment your deeper self steps forward, the part of you that isn't afraid of honesty, growth, or change. Responsibility says, this doesn't define me. I have choices, and I can shift this. I'm stronger than the story I've been telling. When you choose responsibility, you're not abandoning yourself, you're reclaiming yourself. Responsibility is grounded, it's quiet, it's steady, and it's clear. It doesn't need someone else to be wrong so it can be right. It doesn't need to defend its worth. It doesn't need to hold onto the wound to justify your pain. Responsibility is the part of you that knows I am powerful enough to create something different. So why does the ego resist responsibility so fiercely? It's because responsibility requires honesty, and honesty threatens the ego's identity. The ego clings to familiar stories. I'm the one who gets abandoned. I'm the one who gets mistreated. I'm the one who can't catch a fucking break. These stories might be painful, but they're predictable, and predictability feels safer than change. Responsibility disrupts that pattern. It opens the cage door your ego has decorated and called home. And stepping out of that cage, that's a threat to the ego, but it's liberation for you. The moment you stop leaking your power, blame hands the power to the person who hurt you. Responsibility pulls it back. Blame says they control my life, but responsibility says I control my own direction. Blame says I'm stuck. Responsibility says I'm choosing. Blame is ego survival. Responsibility is soul expansion. And that shift between them, that's where freedom begins. Enter pronoia, the antidote to the victim trap. Pronoia is this belief that the universe is conspiring in your favor, even when you can't see it yet. Paranoia says everything is trying to hurt me, but pronoia says everything is trying to grow me. Pronoia shifts your narrator from this is happening to me to this is happening for me. It doesn't promise that things will be easy, but it promises that things will be meaningful. Pronoia is the mindset that supports responsibility, because when you believe life is working with you and for you, you stop needing the ego's protection and start trusting your own agency. So how do we break the victim trap? Notice the story you're telling. Identify where you do actually have a choice. Replace blame with clarity. Practice pronoia on purpose. And take one uncomfortable action. Movement breaks the victim trap. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're not doomed to repeat the same chaos. You're just standing in a familiar cage with an unfamiliar truth. The door has been open the whole time. Pronoia is trusting that what's outside that cage isn't a threat, it's your next chapter. So just take one step forward. Your story is waiting. So if you've ever felt too much, too loud, or too damn tired of pretending, this space is for you. This is Uncaged Chaos, where healing gets messy and being human is the fucking point.